Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome in the friendly confines of the Mandan High School Gymnasium, where tonight Mandan, coming in at 2-1, will take on the Midgets from Dickinson at 0-0. Happy to have you along here on the BEK Broadcast Network. The Farmers Union Insurance pregame show rolls on here on a Thursday night. Farmers Union Insurance is your pregame sponsor. And again, once more, happy to have you along here on the BEK Broadcast Network. Jordan Hass will have the action. We'll start at 113 pounds here tonight, work our way all the way up to 285, and then finish the duel tonight at 106 pounds. We start first with the visitors on the scoreboard. The Dickinson Midgets, again, have yet to wrestle in dual competition this season, coming in 0-0, and they have a little bit of a nick on their roster, coming in with 5 varsity wrestlers unable to compete due to injury or illness. That's a problem in the dual portion of their schedule, and that's where they sit here tonight. Do have a couple guys on their roster. One, in fact, we'll talk about more as the day progresses, but Colton Hafey, 132-pound wrestler from Dickinson, a senior transfer from Colorado, going to be a big part of this Dickinson midget team, coming in 5-2, and the number 4 ranked wrestler at 132 via ndwrestle.com. For Mandan, they come in at 2-1, wins over Century and Legacy, and a loss to Bismarck High puts them where they are under head coach Luke Melmer. We've been at the helm of this program for a couple years. Interesting side note for this duel between Dickinson and Mandan. Luke Melmer, the head coach for Mandan, wrestled for Dickinson High from 2003 to 2007. So in talking with him before we got started, always fun to compete against your hometown. Again, Pete Dobitz, the head coach for Dickinson, along with Trevor Conrad. Dobitz is his second cousin. Small world as it may seem. He also played high school baseball and was a wrestler under head coach Pete Delbitz. It's Dickinson High and Mandan High in Class A WDA high school wrestling. We'll take a step aside here in the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a trip around the region, take a look at our People First player matchup, and check into our Pinky Homes keys to the game. That and much more when we return to Mandan. It's Mandan and Dickinson in Class A high school wrestling on a Thursday night right here on the BEK Broadcast Network. More of the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show in a moment. The Farmers Union Insurance pregame show rolls on here from Mandan High School. The Braves and Midgets set to tangle in Class A high school wrestling here on the BEK Broadcast Network. Let's take a trip around the region presented by the North Dakota Firefighters Association. Want to be more than 8 to 5? Visit ndfirefighter.com to learn more about becoming a volunteer firefighter, because you were made for more. Other Class A and Class B wrestling duels going on around the state of North Dakota. West Fargo Cheyenne is across the West Fargo border to take on Fargo Davies. Fargo South travels west to take on the Firebirds of Devils Lake. It's Bismarck Century on the road to take on Minot in Class A high school wrestling. Then Bismarck goes east to take on the Blue Jays of Jamestown. And Class B high school wrestling tonight, Velva on the road to take on Des Lacs, Burlington, and South Water traveling to Oaks to take on the Tornadoes. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night here on the BEK Broadcasting Network, we stay in town on the west side of the Missouri River. It's Williston High and Mandan High in Class A high school boys hockey. We'll have that from the Starion Sports Complex in the Shawan Rink. That one will be tomorrow night, starting a little late start, 8 o'clock on a Friday night here on the BEK Broadcast Network. That's our trip around the region presented by the North Dakota Firefighters Association. Now time for our People First player matchup presented by Choice Financial. Choice Financial is people first. We're supporting local athletics as part of bettering the places we live, whether it's helping you save your children's education, buying your first home, or guiding you through your Social Security benefits. Putting people first is the core of everything they do. Find out more at choicefinancialgroup.com. For the Braves, it's Will Klein-Connect. Klein-Connect, a sophomore, number 3 ranked wrestler, 126 pounds. He will take on Jaron Berger, the junior, at 126 pounds as well. Again, Berger ranked number 6 in Class A in the form of the ndwrestle.com latest poll that came out just yesterday. So we expect to see a good matchup there between Klein-Connect and Berger, the number 3 and number 6 ranked wrestler at 126 pounds. That might be one of the best matchups of the night, as the holes in Dickinson's lineup, it looks like 3 tonight, 152, 195, and 220 pounds. So Klein-Connect and Berger are Choice Financial People First player matchup. Choice Financial is people first. Find out what it means at choicefinancialgroup.com. Let's take a look now at our Pinky Homes keys to the game. Get the keys to your new custom-built home from Pinky Homes, a family business dedicated to building your next family home. Call them today at 452-2301. It's Pinky Homes of Wishick. For Dickinson, it's all about matchups. There's a couple matchups that Dickinson may win tonight. The matchups are down in those lower weights. Again, some holes up at the top and a hole at 52 as well. So they've got to win the matchups they can win. On paper, this duel is not going to be close, again, on paper, between Mandan and Dickinson. But then again, the matchups are where Dickinson's going to look to make some hay. On the other side for Mandan, it's home sweet home, a chance to open their dual season against the WDA opponent in Dickinson right here in Mandan. So they're excited to be a part of this duel. Going to have Dickinson home. We're going to have an interesting one, and that's kind of why I have my home sweet home on the Pinky Homes keys to the game here. We're going to see Isaac Berger, defending state champion for Mandan. The counterpart for Dickinson was supposed to be Tate Nordby. Nordby, part of the lineup that's not going to be wrestling here tonight, so they are going to have a little wonky deal at 152. We're going to go out. We're going to give Isaac Berger the forfeit win, and then we're going to have a match between Isaac Berger and Jake Wolf. So we'll have a match at 152. However, that match will not go against the scoring in the duel, so we'll approach that when we get there. Going to talk a little bit more, but that's our Pinky Homes keys to the duel. Again, Pinky Homes, get your keys in your custom-built home from Pinky Homes. Call them today at 701-452-2301. Let's take a look at what's coming up here in the BEK Broadcast Network. Our John Starlakis look ahead. JSI is celebrating more than 50 years of balancing progress with perspective for communications providers. And a full slate of games on BEK Pro. We got hockey tomorrow night. Wilson and Mandan on Saturday. Jamestown will travel to Minot State and play the Beavers in ACHA college hockey. That one at 8 o'clock as well. On Sunday, I will join you from the Shield Center in Fargo, North Dakota, as NDSU will take on the Chippewas of Central Michigan. Then next week, a pair of doubleheaders, in fact, on Tuesday and Friday, Wapton versus Valley City and Bismarck High versus Williston. That is your JSI look ahead. JSI is celebrating more than 50 years of balancing progress with perspective for communications provider. Tonight's duel presented in crystal clear high definition. May not seem like it as we're under the lights. What lack there is tonight here in Mandan. High definition presented by Piper's Auction and Realty. Piper's Auction Realty is a full-service auction, real estate, and land management company specializing in selling of land, farm and ranch, real estate, and machinery sales, and land management. Call them today at 877-700-4099 or visit them online at pifers.com. Also presented by NISC. NISC delivering information technology solutions and services that are member and customer focused, quality driven, and value priced. We take one more step aside here in the Farmers Union Insurance pregame show. It'll be a long break, but when we come back, we'll have wrestling for you. It's Dickinson High and Mandan High in Class A WDA action. That's next right here on the BEK Broadcasting Network. That we come as the starters are being introduced on the mat. We'll give them for you right now at 106 for Mandan. Ben Kleinknecht, the freshman, will take on Henry Nelson, the 7th grader. At 113 for Mandan, it's Devin Johnson taking on Warwick Morrell, the freshman for Dickinson. At 120, Trevin Yeoman, the freshman, will take on Brendan Johnson, the junior from Dickinson. At 126, Will Kleinknecht, the sophomore, will take on Jaron Berger, the junior from Dickinson. At 132, Ethan Fleck, the junior for Mandan, and for Dickinson, it'll be Colton Hafey, the senior. At 138, Seth Berg, the sophomore, will take on Jackson Torgerson, the freshman for Dickinson. At 145, Colton Reisenauer, the junior, will take on Troy Berg, the 8th grader for Dickinson. At 152, it'll be Isaac Berger, the senior. Again, this is where we're going to have our exhibition match in the middle of the duel, and that'll be at 152 pounds. At 160, Dylan Fleck for Mandan, the senior, and Caleb Usher, the junior, for Dickinson. At 170, Isaac Watson, the senior, will take on Tanner Jarrett, the freshman for Dickinson. At 182 pounds, Jacob Bame will take on Cameron Clark. It'll be a junior-junior matchup. At 185, Danik Vega, the sophomore, will be open for Dickinson. At 220, it'll be Adam Bame taking on an open on the Dickinson side. And at 285, Cordell Myers will take on Hunter Wilson. So Kleinknecht, Johnson, Yeoman, Kleinknecht, Fleckberg, Reisenauer, Berger, Fleck, Watson, Bame, Vega, Bame, and Myers. It'll be Mandan at 106 to 285 for Dickinson. Nelson, Morrell, Johnson, Berger, Hafey, Torgerson, Berg, open. Usher, Jarrett, Clark, open, and Wilson. That's our matchup here tonight between Mandan and Dickinson. Our official tonight will be Wyatt Pullert from right here in the Bismarck-Mandan area. Get happy to have you along here in the BEK Broadcast Network for tonight's duel. We'll have the coin toss here, which will decide odds or evens. So we'll see what direction these two squads will go, odd or even, here tonight. Next up for Dickinson, following tonight's action in Rapid City on the 8th and 9th, as will Mandan. On the 15th, Dickinson will be at home taking on Williston. Mandan will take on Valley City and then travel to Belcourt to take on Turtle Mountain Community High School. Most recently, the Lions tournament, which happened right here in Mandan this past weekend. Decent showing for both these squads. Mandan is your winner of the coin toss. They will have the odds. So in that Lions tournament, Mandan was 5th and Dickinson was 8th. So we get set for tonight's matchup. We start at 113 pounds. Here you see the Dickinson midgets. It'll be Devin Johnson for Mandan. And Warwick Morrell for Dickinson. So we're set to go here. Warwick Morrell for Dickinson and Devin Johnson for Mandan High. And underway we are here at 113 pounds. Warwick Morrell coming in 0-4 in tonight's contest. Quick 2-point takedown there for Devin Johnson as we're just underway here at 113 pounds. And Johnson, the junior, Morrell, the freshman. Devin Johnson finished his campaign last year at 16-13 in his sophomore campaign. And Warwick Morrell comes to tonight's contest yet to win. 0-4 on the season here for head coach Pete Dobitz and Trevor Conrad of Dickinson High. Pete Dobitz in his 14th year at the helm of Dickinson. Trevor Conrad in his first year as co-head coaches here at Dickinson High. On the Mandan side, Luke Melmer, the head coach, in his 6th year at the helm of the Mandan Braves. 2-0 still our score in favor of Devin Johnson, but we've got back points coming for the Mandan product. 45 seconds ago here in period number 1. Lost the handle. Now going to try to get it back. A slide his opponent back on the mat. Trying to put him away early here in period number 1. Lost the hands, and we're going to have some back points. We'll see when they're awarded. Got the pinning combination. Now they're staring right at it. 25 seconds ago, trying to put the first 6 points on the board for Mandan, and there it is. The pin will come at 1 minute and 39 seconds. Mandan leads 6-0. It's 1:20 when we come back. (6-0) Mandan on top, moved to 120 pounds. For Dickinson, it's Brendan Johnson. His opponent for Mandan, Trevin Yeoman. Early start here at 120 pounds. No points awarded quite yet. And there's the first 2-point takedown awarded to Brendan Johnson of Dickinson. Johnson, number 3 ranked wrestler in North Dakota via NDWrestle.com. 5-2 coming into tonight's contest. Placed 3rd last year at the state tournament. His opponent, Trevin Yeoman. A quick 2-point near fall there for Johnson. So 4-0 early going in favor of Brendan Johnson of Dickinson. Yeoman, the freshman, Johnson, the junior. Back points coming here once more for Johnson of Dickinson. See how many are awarded. Looks like 2 going to be here. Two near fall there for Brendan Johnson. So quick 6-0 lead here. 40 seconds to go in period number 1 from Mandan North Dakota. Mandan leads in the duel 6-0 on a 139 pin for Devin Johnson over Warwick Morrell. 30 seconds to go now here in the first period. We're at 120 pounds. We started at 113, so we'll finish tonight at 106. 15 seconds to go now. Yoma to Mandan, Johnson of Dickinson. 6-0 lead in the match and 6-0 in the duel. And it looks like Johnson's going to run out of time here, and he does. The choice for the midgets.
Johnson chooses the bottom position for the second period.
Quick to go here. Brendan Johnson will choose down to get set in period number 2. He is set. Wyatt Pollard likes what he sees. And here comes Trevin Yeoman on the top. Quickly to his feet was Brendan Johnson. Trying to break the hands here. Yeoman trying to hang on. Switch there from Johnson, looking for points. Reversal, and there's a 2-point reversal. Took him about 13 seconds to turn the tide there. Near fall coming, reverse half Nelson for Brendan Johnson now, trying to settle in. You hear his teammates yelling lots of time. 25 seconds gone here in the second period. Dickinson looking for a pin to tie this one up at 6 apiece. 11-0 is going to be our score. 8 on the board, 3 waiting in the wings on the near fall. Now Johnson will slide back, and there the pin will come. So the pin comes at the 2-minute and 49-second mark of period number 2. Back we come at 126 pounds. It'll be Will Kleinknecht for Mandan and Jaron Berger for Dickinson. So Berger and Kleinknecht, this is our Choice Financial player matchup. We're just underway here in period number 1. 6-6 our score. First match went to Devin Johnson by pin in $1.39. And then Brendan Johnson tied it up for Dickinson in a pin in 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Kleinknecht, the sophomore rather, for Mandan. Jaron Berger, the junior. Berger 3-3, coming in the 6th ranked wrestler at ndwrestler.com. His opponent, Will Kleinknecht, number 3 ranked wrestler. Kleinknecht, 35-11 in these 2016-2017 campaign. 2-point takedown there for Kleinknecht. And back the middle will come with 62 seconds to go here in period number 1.
1 minute.
So we're halfway through at 126 pounds between Berger and Kleinknecht.
1 point escape.
And now a 1-point escape for Jaron Berger makes it a 2-1 match here at 126 pounds. And both wrestlers in the gray singlets. Mandan trimmed in white and black. Dickinson trimmed in orange, the midget on the shoulder blades of the Dickinson. Russian tie here for Kleinknecht. 2-1 our score in favor of Kleinknecht. They'll break it up and start back the middle with 20 seconds to go here in period number 1. Kleinknecht in a single leg. We'll see if he could finish. Short time, 12 seconds to go. Wyatt Pollard, our official, taking a good, clean look at it here. I'm not sure if Kleinknecht's going to have enough time to secure this takedown. And he's not. And we're going to end the period 2-1 in favor of Will Kleinknecht. It'll be his choice here in period number 2. He'll defer to period number 3. And now Jaron Berger will choose the bottom position and get set here in the second of 3 periods. Berger set. Here comes Kleinknecht on top. And we're underway in period number 2. Kleinknecht trying to stack Berger there. No near fall awarded. 10 seconds gone here in the second period. And this is our third match of the duels. We got set at 113 pounds is where we started. Jaron Berger, a returning state place winner, 7th place last year for the boys from Dickinson. Klein looking for back points there. Nothing awarded. 1:22 to go here in period number 2. And now Klein chooses to cut him loose. So a 1-point escape awarded to Jaron Berger. Ties it up at 2 apiece. Front head here trying to swing around as Klein still fighting and catching that leg on the way by is Jaron Berger. Back out to the front.
1 minute.
Halfway gone in this match. Halfway gone through the second period here. Tied up at 2 apiece from the number 3 and number 6 ranked wrestler in North Dakota Class A High School Wrestling via ndwrestle.com. And there's a 2-point takedown for Will Kleinknecht. Quick set out there for Berger. Kleinknecht catches the arm on the way by. Looks like Kleinknecht going to be content to just give up the point to Berger with 30 seconds to go here. A lot of offense from Kleinknecht has been off of the attempts from Berger. And now a warning for stalling and get charged to Will Kleinknecht. So he's been warned now. And now he comes up off the stalling warning and takes a quick shot here with 10 seconds to go. We've been here before. This time I think there's going to be points with 5 seconds to go. 4 seconds to go now. No points awarded yet. And we're going to end the same place we did at the end of 1. A 1-point difference belonging to Mandan's Kleinknecht. And now we have blood time here as Kleinknecht will lead 4-3. Tonight's broadcast of the BEK Broadcasting Network presented by Choice Financial, Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, North Dakota Firefighters Association, and the BEK Communications Cooperative. Also, don't forget to stick around for the post-game show. We'll pick our People First Player of the Game, presented by Choice Financial. So the decision will belong to Will Kleinknecht, the sophomore from Mandan. He's going to choose a down position as he leads by 1 here. 2 minutes left in this match at 126 pounds. Score 4-3 in the duel. We're knotted up at 6 apiece. Kleinknecht is set on the bottom. Here comes Berger on top. And we're underway in the third and final period in regulation here at 126 pounds. And Berger on the top, Kleinknecht on the bottom. Kleinknecht leads by 1. He has been warned for stalling. That coming back in the second period with about 45 seconds to go. Kleinknecht now to his feet. Trying to break the hands. Berger under the arms here. Doing a good job to control the man on bottom here so far for the first 40 seconds of period number 3. Now he's going to throw one leg in. He's got one in. The legs are figure forward here. Trying to bump his way forward. And stretch out his man, Will Kleinknecht. And now we have blood time once more for Will Kleinknecht. It looks like the plug that they'd put in what appears to be the left nostril of Will Kleinknecht has come loose. So they'll come back out, clean the mat up here, and get him straightened up. Next out will be 132 pounds. We expect to see Ethan Fleck, the junior for Mandan, and Colton Hafey, the transfer from Colorado. Hafey, the senior for Dickinson. One of the bright spots for Dickinson in this roster. Hafey 5-2, the number 4 ranked wrestler at ndwrestle.com. Back to the middle we come. They got Kleinknecht all cleaned up. 1:07 to go here in period number 3. And back underway. Kleinknecht quickly to his feet. Trying to break the hands. Looking for a reversal. Holding on to that Right leg is Jaron Berger, trying not to let it go. And now the leg is hooked, and it'll be 2 points for Klein Connect on the reversal. The first points of the third period come 1:14 into the third period. It's a 6-3 lead right now for Will Klein Connect of Mandan. Tied up in the duel, 6-6 between Mandan and Dickinson. Klein Connect on the top, Berger on the bottom, trying to throw a half Nelson. Here's Klein Connect. Got to continue to work. He has been warned for stalling. And they'll bump out of bounds and come back to the middle with 25 seconds to go. And that will get Pete Dobitz, the head coach for Dickinson, up off his chair. Give his young wrestler a little bit of insight here. And Berger, the junior, Klein Connect, the sophomore. This is our people first player matchup. Expected to be a good one. It has. It's 6-3. And now Klein Connect will give up the 1-point escape. And out of bounds we come with 3 seconds to go. Berger looking for a big takedown here off the whistle. And he's not going to get it, and that's going to end the match. 6-4 our score in favor of Will Klein Connect. We'll make it 9-6 in favor of Mandan. 132 on the other side. Back we come, 9-6 in favor of Mandan. We're set at 132 for Dickinson. Colton Hafey for Mandan, Ethan Fleck. Hafey, the senior for the Dickinson Midgets, and Ethan Fleck, the junior. Out of bounds we come. We'll come back to the middle. Again, Colton Hafey, the 132-pounder for Dickinson, is a senior transfer from Colorado. Number 4 ranked wrestler at ndwrestle.com, coming in 5-2. Hafey in a single leg, going to try to finish here. No points awarded quite yet. Goes back to a double leg. 30 seconds gone here in period number 1. Out of bounds, and they'll come back to the middle. 30 seconds gone here in the first period between Colton Hafey of Dickinson, Ethan Fleck of Mandan. Head fighting here between Fleck and Hafey. A pair of bison fighting their way through here at 132 pounds. We're halfway gone in period number 1. Hafey trying for another single leg and nothing doing, and they'll both come back to the middle here. No points awarded yet. 35 seconds to go. Both guys really trying to feel each other out here in period number 1.
30 seconds.
And now a stalling warning charge to Colton Hafey. "20 seconds to go, and that stalling warning, much to the chagrin of head coach Pete Dobitz for Dickinson. Not happy his wrestler was charged with a stalling warning. Out of bounds they'll come with 11 seconds to go. And another single leg is Hafey. 4 seconds to go. Let's see if we can pick up points here before we run out of time in period number 1. That's where we'll finish period number 1 scoreless. Choice to Hafey. He will defer to period number 3. And Fleck going to choose neutral. Ethan Fleck, 34-18 last season for the Mandan Braves. And Fleck a junior. Colton Hafey is senior. Fleck in another single leg here, 10 seconds into period number 2. Scoreless at 132. Fleck trying to bump Hafey off on the other side, and no points awarded here. And we'll come back to the middle. And a good match here at 132 pounds. No points awarded quite yet. These two prize fighters have gone at it for the first 2 minutes and 20 seconds of this 132-pound match. Mandan leads in the duel 9-6 here. We got it started with Devin Johnson to pin in 139. And now we have a stalling call and 1 point awarded to Ethan Fleck of Mandan. Okay, so now the point's going to go the way of Hayfie. So they switch it on the board, unnecessary roughness. Charge to Ethan Fleck. The point will go over to Hayfie. So 1-0 in favor of the Dickinson Midgets in this match at 132 pounds. Hayfie on a single leg trying to finish here. No points awarded yet. Fleck tries to run him over. Dickinson thought there should have been a takedown there. It was not. And a stall, it should be in a stalemate with 1 minute to go here in the second period. Halfway through here at 132 pounds, 1-0, the lone point coming away the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty charged to Ethan Fleck. That's the only point we've had in this match, and that'd be a heck of a way to end it. We got 2 minutes and 45 seconds left to decide this one, and now Hayfie on a single leg. Good job by Fleck to sprawl out. Hayfie trying to finish here. And they're going to end up out of bounds. And now Dobitz asking our official Wyatt Pollard, who's stalling now? Like politicians and lobbyists, coaches and wrestling officials. 25 seconds ago. Now Ethan Fleck will be warned for stalling. So both guys with a stalling warning here. Hayfie has pushed the majority of it. Now a 2-point takedown for Ethan Fleck. Gets the Mandan faithful to their feet. 5 seconds to go. Hayfie tries to roll his way out, still looking for a 1 point. And now he's out. We'll have a 1 point escape awarded to Colton Hayfie. And we're tied up at 2-all after 2. Hayfie's choice. He'll choose the down position to get set here in period number 3. So now Fleck is going to choose to cut Hayfie loose, so 1 point escape awarded to Hayfie. Remember, both these guys have been dinged for stalling, so it's 3-2 in favor of Hayfie. Just underway in the third period at 1:32, so both guys got to move here as they've both been warned for stalling. Fleck and a single, going to try to switch it here. Hayfie hold on to the ankles. Fleck will slide his way around. And it's going to be a scramble here. Big time scramble right in front of the Dickinson bench. And they end up right where they started, except this time Hayfie's got himself a single leg. Hayfie trying to elevate out of bounds, will come back to the middle. Nice scramble there between Fleck and Hayfie. And now this is the point where early in the season where stamina and endurance is going to come into play here at 132 pounds. Both guys fighting for head position here. Fleck half a shot, coming back into it one more time. Fleck with another single leg here. Hayfie's got to be careful. They've both been warned for stalling. Now Hayfie on a single leg. Hayfie leads 3-2 here. 60 seconds to go in the third period. Fleck trying to break the hands here. Hayfie trying to hang on to that single leg. And a stalemate will come back to the middle, and the tanks look to be close to empty here for both of these two wrestlers. 45 seconds to go, make it 47 here in the third period. Fleck pushing his way in. Hayfie's got to be careful now. He's in a single leg, so avoids a possible stalling call there. Hayfie going to try to elevate. Hayfie sneaks a look at the clock with 30 seconds to go here in the third period, holding on to a 3-2 lead. Out of bounds, and we'll come back to the middle. 23 seconds to go now. Up to his feet, his head coach, Luke Milmer. Hayfie, another shot attempt, trying to hang on. Now Fleck looking for a takedown, and he's got it. 2-point takedown for Ethan Fleck. And it looks like Hafe is just flat out of gas, and that's how it's going to end. 4-3, Ethan Fleck, your winner. 3 more for Mandan, 12-6. 138 is next. 12-6 our score in favor of Mandan, and now at 138 pounds for Dickinson, it'll be Jackson Torgerson. For Mandan, Seth Berg. So Berg and Torgerson here at 138 pounds. Berg, the sophomore for Mandan, Torgerson, the freshman. Berg in a single leg, trying to finish. A little bit of a scramble right in front of the Dickinson bench. No points awarded yet. There's 2 for a takedown for Seth Berg. And Berg's in trouble. He's going to hang on to that leg. And Dickinson wanted the 2-point takedown. They're going to have a 1-point escape, however, for Jackson Torgerson. It may turn into a 2-point takedown here with 40 seconds gone in period number 1. Whizzer in for Berg. Now they're to the mat. And a stalemate will be called. We'll come back to the middle. Seth Berg in his freshman campaign, 16-24.
1 minute.
His opponent, Jackson Torgerson, coming in 2-4 on the 2017-2018 campaign. So Torgerson's going to have our first takedown on the Dickinson side. 3-2 now in favor of the Dickinson midget. The freshman leading 3-2 here. Out of bounds we come. We'll come back to the middle. The duel 12-6 in favor of Mandan. Wins for Mandan by pin. Devin Johnson at 113. By decision for both Will Kleinknecht and Ethan Fleck. The 6 points for Dickinson belong to Brendan Johnson in a pin in 2 minutes and 45 seconds at 120 pounds. 11 seconds to go here in the first period. And with 5 seconds left to go, looks like we're going to end this period 3-2 in favor of Torgerson of Dickinson. Choice will be to Seth Berg. He'll defer to period number 3. And Torgerson will choose the down position and get set here in period number 2. Okay, tonight's duel on the BEK Broadcast Network presented by Farmers Union Insurance, North Dakota Firefighters Association, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and BEK Communications Cooperative. Don't forget to stick around for our People First wrestler of the duel at the conclusion of this one between Mandan and Dickinson. Just 4 matches so far in tonight's duel, 113, 120, 126, and 132. We're at 138 right now. Mandan leading in the duel 12-6. In this match, it's Jackson Torgerson of Dickinson leading Seth Berg 3-2. Torgerson chooses the down position and gets set here in period number 2. All right, now Berg on top, Torgerson on bottom. Berg trying to bump his way forward. Just over a minute to go here in the second period. And they'll bump out of bounds and come back to the middle with 1:05 to go. Half Nelson in here for Seth Berg. Doing a good job to chase Torgerson around the mat. Now half of the wrist, and Torgerson will break it off with 48 seconds to go here in the second period. 1:45 coming up next. Colton Reisenauer, the junior, and Troy Berg, the 8th grader, will be our next match at 145 pounds. Torgerson to his feet. Berg will return him quickly.
30 seconds.
27 seconds to go here in period number 2 between Berg and Torgerson at 138. Torgerson trying to make his way out. Got the right leg of Berg. See if he can do anything with it with 15 seconds to go here. Berg doing a good job to hang on here. See how long our official Wyatt Pollard will let him sit here. Now Berg to a hip. Torgerson trying to bump his way over. Berg does a good job, and he'll finish the period the same way we started it. Torgerson leading 3-2. Berg's choice, he will choose down to get set here in period number 3. Berg hits a switch. Torgerson follows nicely. Berg trying to flip the hips here. He's in a good spot. Torgerson a little bit high. See if Berg can trim his arm out. Now there's a 2-point reversal for Seth Berg. So 4-3 now in favor of the Mandan product. And Berg got the cradle locked up and going to try to stack him here. Torgerson blocking here on the near side. Berg's going to try to swing him back into the mat. You see him right on the edge of that line. And now Berg's going to give up the cradle. And he'll come back off to the right hip of Torgerson. 1:17 to go. Nothing yet. Berg's in trouble. Torgerson, 2-point reversal. No near fall yet. It's 5-4 in favor of Torgerson. Here comes near fall for the Dickinson midget. Trying to put Berg away. 45 seconds to go. He's got 3 in the pocket here. It's 8-4. And here comes the 3-point near fall. So down 8-4 with 30 seconds to go. Torgerson leads on top of Berg. How much does Berg have left in the tank in the final 17 seconds at 1:38? Eight seconds to go now. Torgerson just hanging on here. Berg hitting a sit out, looking for a switch. And that one's going to come to a close. 8-4, our final score in favor of Torgerson. 3 for Dickinson makes it 12-9. 1:45 when we come back. Back we come at 145 pounds. Troy Berg for Dickinson. And for Mandan it'll be Colton Reisenauer. So Reisenauer for Mandan, Berg for Dickinson at 145 pounds. Troy Berg, the 8th grader. Colton Reisenauer, the junior. Reisenauer finished up his sophomore campaign at 41-14, a returning state qualifier. On the other side, Troy Berg yet to wrestle a match in varsity action here in 2017, and a 2-point takedown for Colton Reisenauer. Reisenauer, the number 6 ranked wrestler at 145 pounds via ndwrestle.com. 12-9 our score in the duel. Mandan hanging on to that 3-point lead. .45 seconds gone here in the first of 3 periods at 1:45. Reisenauer working the power half on the far side. Got a leg in here. And try to force the head away, pick up some near fall points. Halfway gone now in the first period, and the stalemate will come back to the middle. Not a whole lot of movement. So as we got 40, make that 52 seconds now. A 1-point escape awarded to Troy Berg of Dickinson. Look for another 2-point takedown as Reisenauer. Nothing awarded quite yet. Still nothing yet. There's a 2-point takedown for Reisenauer, making it 4-1 in favor of the Mandan Brave.
30 seconds.
30 seconds to go now here at 1:45. Leg in here on the near side, staying behind the arms is Reisenauer. Not a whole lot of movement from either man. Berg trying to get back up to his feet. Reisenauer caught on the way through. 8 seconds to go now. To his feet. Berg trying to get 1 point. Nothing awarded there with 2 seconds to go. And a caution will be charged to Reisenauer. And both guys will ride out the final 2 seconds to go into period number 2, with Reisenauer leading 4-1. Berg's choice still deferred, and Reisenauer will choose down to get set here in period number 2. 12-9 Mandan on top of Dickinson in this duel, 4-1 in this match in favor of Colton Reisenauer over top of Troy Berg. Reisenauer choosing the down position to get set here in period number 2. And we on the head and power half here for Berg on top, kind of a parallel ride. I'm going to slide off to one side. Reisenauer back up to a base. Pretty good duel so far. The last 3 matches have all been by decision after a pair of pins, and now a stalemate will come back to the center and get reset. 40 seconds gone here in the second of 3 periods between Mandan and Dickinson in Class A high school wrestling. And now the second caution charge to Reisenauer. Reisenauer set. Berg comes on top. Wyatt Pollard likes what he sees, and we're back underway here in the second period. Don't forget high school hockey tomorrow night between Williston and Mandan. That one at 8 o'clock from the new Starion Sports Complex, just off of Interstate 94. To his feet is Reisenauer. And a 1 point escape and a loss of control for Reisenauer will make it 5-1 now in favor of the Mandan product. He's a little fired up here at 53 seconds to go. Reisenauer trying to push the envelope halfway through period number 2. A 2-point takedown awarded to Reisenauer on the head and arm. Now he's going to try to pull him in here. And out of bounds. So no near fall. Does get the 2-point takedown in Colton Reisenauer.
30 seconds.
Reisenauer will throw another leg in here. Back to his feet comes Troy Berg of Dickinson. Tries to roll his way through. Reisenauer in trouble. Berg back out in front. See if he can stand Reisenauer up. No loss of control yet. Now the 1 point escape will be awarded to Troy Berg. Now 7-2 our score. Reisenauer going to try to bear hug him right to the mat, and he has. 2-point takedown for Reisenauer, but he's going to run out of time. He will get the near fall, however. Make it 11-2 in favor of Troy, or excuse me, in favor of Colton Reisenauer. Be Troy Berg's choice. And Berg will choose a down position here for the third and final period. Only seen 2 outcomes here tonight in our matches. We've seen a decision and we've seen a pin. 4 decisions, check it, 3 decisions to be in fact, and 2 pins here tonight. Mandan leads 12-9. In this match, it's 11-2 in favor of Colton Reisenauer on top of Troy Berg. As Berg gets the 1 point escape here. 20 seconds into period number 3. And they're going to say the feet are out of bounds, so no points awarded on the takedown. So we'll come back to the middle, and both guys will be neutral here with 1:38 to go. .90 seconds to go here in the third period. Underhook for Berg. Eisenhower looking for double underhooks here. Berg trying to keep his distance. And Eisenhower trying for the throw, and he didn't have enough. So he'll give up the 2-point takedown to Troy Berg, make it 11-5.
1 minute.
The lead is now 6 with just under 60 seconds to go here in the third period. Berg on top here. Colton Eisenhower with 40 seconds to go in the third period. He trails the match, however, 11-5. Eisenhower back up to a base. 30 seconds to go now. Berg trying to break Eisenhower back down. Eisenhower pretty stiff on the bottom here. See if he can clear an arm. Berg was looking for near fall. Power half now, and he's way too high, and he's going to give up the 2-point reversal to Colton Eisenhower. So 13-5, and that's how this match is going to come to an end. 13-5, a major decision. Make it 16-9 in favor of Mandan. 152 when we come back. So we come back at 152 pounds. Isaac Berger will pick up the forfeit. So it'll be 22-9 on the scoreboard. We are going to have a match here, however, at 152. So Isaac Berger picks up the forfeit at 152. 6 points will go the way of Mandan, but we are going to have a match at 152. This one will not go towards the scoring. So this one will be an exhibition match between Isaac Berger and Jake Wolf. Don't see a lot of exhibition matches in the middle of a duel, however, but it is Jake Wolf and Isaac Berger. 2-point takedown for Berger. Again, it is 22-9. The 6-point was awarded via the open and the forfeit for Dickinson. However, we do have a match at 152. So talked with head coach Luke Miller before we got started here tonight, and he wanted to get his senior wrestler a chance at a match here at home. Pete Dobitz obliged, and he threw out the young man Jake Wolf to wrestle Berger at 152 pounds. 39 seconds gone here in the first period. Berger leads 2-0 over top of Wolf of Dickinson. Berger throws in a reverse half, looking for near fall here. Gonna try to put Wolf away here, and the pinwheel comes. So 6 points already awarded to Mandan. 22-9, 160 when we come back. (22-9) in favor of Mandan in this duel. We're at 160 pounds for Dickinson. Caleb Usher, the junior, taking on Dylan Fleck, the senior from Mandan. Fleck, the number 4 ranked wrestler via IndieWrestle.com at 160 pounds. Fleck finished his junior campaign at 30-21. His opponent, Caleb Usher, coming in 5-2. Quick 2-point takedown there for Dylan Fleck. So 22-9 our score. Mandan on top of Dickinson. And a 1-point loss of control here for Usher. So 2-1, 119 to go here in the first period. Dickinson is open at 195 and 220 pounds. Usher looked for a quick shot there. Nice job by Fleck to block it on the way through. 50 seconds gone here. Fleck looking for a 2-point takedown out of bounds, and we'll come back to the middle. 55 seconds gone here in the first period. More wrestling action for you next, well, I should say next week, on Sunday. Here just a couple days away, we will be in Fargo. Division I Big 12 wrestling between North Dakota State and the Chippewas. of Central Michigan. NDSU has had a rough go so far this season. 3 losses on the year. 38-6 to Iowa. 21-19, University of Northern Iowa. And then they lost to a really good number 3 Oklahoma State team, which was right here in the BEK Broadcast Network, 40-3. So looking to try to get their first one of the dual season is NDSU on Sunday. That duel will be at 2 o'clock as a 2-point takedown for Caleb Usher with 30 seconds to go here in the first period. Again, these two teams, Mandan and Dickinson, will be in Rapid City this weekend on the 8th and 9th. Coach Melmer from Mandan said they'll take off at 7 a.m. tomorrow morning to head down to that Rapid City invite. Both back in dual action next week. Dickinson will host Williston on the 15th. Mandan will have Valley City right here at home on the 16th. So 3-2 after 1 in favor of Caleb Usher of Dickinson. He will defer to period number 3. And Dylan Fleck will choose a down position for period number 2. Mandan leads over Dickinson 22-9 in this duel. Been happy to have you along here in the BEK Broadcast Network. Tonight's duel on the BEK Broadcast Network, presented by Farmers Union Insurance, the North Dakota Firefighters Association, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and BEK Communications Cooperative. After getting into the duel, we will select our People First player of the game, presented by Choice Financial. Fleck on the bottom, Usher on the top. Usher leading 3-2 here, 35 seconds gone in the second period. Fleck to a base here. Now up to his feet, and quickly Usher will return him right back down to the mat. And now we have a 1-point technical violation on the clasp. So the clasping will give 1 point over to Dylan Fleck and make this a 3-3 match with 1:08 to go here in the second period. You can see our entire schedule by going online at Bechtel.com/BBN. More wrestling action for you throughout the season. We will have all 5 home wrestling duels for North Dakota State, along with a handful of Class A and Class B wrestling duels throughout the season. And also happy to announce our 5-year contract with the North Dakota High School TV Association for all Tier 2 sports, which means the state wrestling tournament, not this year, however, but in the 2019 season, will come back to the BEK Broadcasting Network. So we'll have dual championships, both A and B, and individual championships, both A and B, right here on the BEK Broadcast Network, not this winter, but next winter in February of 2019. 30 seconds to go here in period number 2. 3-3 our score. Dylan Fleck tied it up after getting awarded the 1-point technical violation on the clasping of hands to Caleb Usher. Mandan leads in the duel 22-9. A lot of action here at 160 pounds. Quickly to his feet now is Fleck, but quickly returned back down to the mat and will come back to the middle with 12 seconds to go. A lot of junior varsity matches before this one got underway. I think there was 15 JV matches here tonight, so both of these programs strong, both in the junior high and the junior varsity ranks. However, some opens for Dickinson at both 95 and 220 pounds. 3-3 after 2. Decision belongs to Caleb Usher. He will choose the bottom position to start period number 3. Got 4 duels here in the BEK Broadcast Network this season. Yet to see a match go to overtime. Usher on the bottom, Fleck on the top. Usher trying to break the hands to one foot. He's got control of the front side hand. And out of bounds they'll go, and back to the middle will come with 1:38 to go here in the third period. Usher gets out of the bottom. Here comes Fleck on top. Quickly to his feet is Usher. Fleck trying to return with a chin drop, looking for near fall. Nothing awarded. 30 seconds gone here in the third period. Big crossface there from Dylan Fleck. Back up to a base comes Caleb Usher. 45 seconds now gone here in the third period. To a sit-out is Usher. And Usher will have a 1 point on the loss of control. So no points awarded on the takedown. It'll be 4-3 and will be neutral with 65 seconds to go here. And that gets head coach Luke Milmer up to his feet. And both guys went for the shot at the exact same time, and Caleb Usher won the battle as he now leads 6-3 with 52 seconds to go here in this one. Out of bounds we go and come back to the middle. And special thanks to Mark Wiest and the entire staff here at the Mandan High School. Gracious hosts as always. Also special thanks to John Gums of DakotaGrappler.com. Providing me some insight before we got going here tonight. The resident expert for high school wrestling and collegiate wrestling for that matter in the state of North Dakota and South Dakota. Visit them online at DakotaGrappler.com. 30 seconds to go here. Usher holding on to a 6-3 lead. And out of bounds will go with 16 seconds to go. So Fleck's on the bottom. Here comes Usher on top. 16 seconds to go. Fleck quickly to his feet. Usher will return him. It appears like this one's going to end 6-3, and it will. 6-3 in favor of Caleb Usher of Dickinson will make it 22-12, 170 when we come back. To 12 our score in favor of Mandan over Dickinson. We're at 170 pounds. For Dickinson, it's Tanner Jarrett. For Mandan, Isaac Watson. So Watson of Mandan, Jarrett of
This presentation on the BEK Broadcasting Network is presented by the following. Farmers Union Insurance, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, North Dakota Firefighters Association, BEK Communications Cooperative,
back we come to the pin by Tanner Jarrett. That pin comes in the 3-minute 27-second mark of period number 2, 22-18 in favor of Mandan. We're back at 182 pounds. Next. Back we come. Your score 22-18 in favor of Mandan. 182 pounds for Dickinson will be Cameron Clark. For Mandan, Jacob Boehm. So Boehm of Mandan, Clark of Dickinson. Boehm, the number 1 ranked wrestler, 182 pounds via IndyWrestle.com. Finished his sophomore campaign 36-16. His opponent, Cameron Clark, for Dickinson, 3-3 coming into tonight's contest. Clark in a single leg. See if he can finish here. Again, your winner by pin at 170 pounds was Tanner Jarrett. We apologize for that. Some Rugrats running around, and one of them decided to grab a cord and unplug it. As funny as that may seem, but all the tape in the world can't keep him away from it, it seems. So nevertheless, back here at 182 pounds between Cameron Clark and Jacob Boehm. Bame, the number one ranked wrestler at 182 pounds via ndwrestle.com. Again, finished his 2017, 2018, or 2016, 2017 campaign 36-16. Was a state qualifier last year. We're halfway through period number one at 182, scoreless until now with a 2-point takedown for Jacob Bame. With just under 48 seconds to go here in the first period, out of bounds, and we'll come back to the middle. So Clark will get set on the bottom. And here comes comes Bame on top. Bame trying to lock up the cradle. It's like he's got it locked up, and then he lost it. Nice job by Clark to straighten out. 27 seconds to go here in the first period. Bame looking for back points here. Wyatt Pollard staring right at our official. Nothing awarded quite yet. And a 1 count will keep the back points off the board here. That's how we're going to end period number 1, 2-0.
Dickinson's choice.
Decision will belong to the Midgets. And Clark will defer to period number 3. And Bame will choose a down position to get set here in the second of 3. So Bame is set. Here comes Clark on top. And we're underway here in the second period. Clark tried to step his way over. And Bame going to have a 2-point reversal. 2-point near fall coming. And there they come from our official, Wyatt Pollard. 6-0 now in favor of Jacob Bame of Mandan. On top of Cameron Clark of Dickinson. 22-18, the duel probably closer than a lot of folks thought it would be. And a big pin from Tanner Jarrett rather, to the Dickinson Midgets at 170. Also a big win at 160 for Caleb Usher, 63 over top of Dylan Fleck. And tonight's duel on the BEK broadcast are presented by Dakota Community Bank and Trust, North Dakota Firefighters Association, Farmers Union Insurance, and BEK Communications Cooperative. Stick around to the end. We'll pick our people first. Wrestler duel presented by Choice Financial. That at the conclusion of this one. .37 seconds to go here in the second period. 6-0 our score in favor of Jacob Bame of Mandan. A stalemate's called. We'll come back to the center. Okay, we expect to see forfeits from Dickinson at 195 and 220.
30 seconds.
So we assume there's going to be only one more match left to be wrestled. Bame leading Clark 6-0, trying to lock up the cradle. And Clark doing a good job to keep himself long and not allow Bame to lock that cradle up. 9 seconds to go now. To his feet, Cameron Clark. And the buzzer will sound, and we're down in the second period. So 4 of the 6 points coming for Jacob Bame in the second period. Decision time for Cameron Clark. And Clark going to choose down to get set here in period number 3. And we're underway here in the third period. And now quick, potentially dangerous. Will put us right back to the middle, just 2 seconds into period number 3. Clark sent once more. Here comes Bame on top. Clark to his feet. Bame going to reach across, try to take him right to his back. And out of bounds we come, and back to the middle will come once more. So 2 starts. 1 a stop for potentially dangerous and 1 out of bounds. So we're just 15, make it 16 seconds gone now here in the 3rd period. 6-0 in this duel, this match of this duel in favor of Jacob Boehm of Mandan. 22-18, Mandan leads Dickinson in the duel. Mandan set to pick up 12 points via the forfeit at 195 and 220 pounds. We still have 106 to go at the conclusion because we started tonight at 113. And out of bounds once more, 109 to go here in the 3rd period. Well, Clark will get set once more. Boehm comes on top. Clark quickly to his feet now. Cameron Clark will get awarded the 1-point escape. And a 2-point takedown there for Jacob Boehm. And now Boehm can just award Cameron Clark the escape as they'll start neutral here with 57 seconds to go. 8-2, Boehm leads over top of Clark at 182 pounds between Dickinson and Mandan. Underhook here for Boehm. Heavy on the head. Clark holding on to that near elbow. Good for a trip here.
30 seconds.
Boehm trying to flip his way forward. They're going to run out of bounds, and they'll come back to the middle with 28 seconds to go. $20 seconds to go here, 8-2 in favor of Jacob Boehm of Mandan. Both wrestlers push their way in. Clark looked for a head and arm. Boehm looking for points here and out of bounds. And back to the middle we come with 4 seconds to go. Clark in a double leg, and that's how it's going to end. 8-2 in favor of Jacob Boehm of Mandan. 2 more for the Braves. 25-18 in favor of Mandan. 195, and we come back. 25-18, back we come at 195 pounds. It'll be Danik Vega winning by forfeit. Now to 220 pounds. It'll be Adam Boehm of Mandan. He'll pick up the 6 points via forfeit. So it'll make it 37-18. And now we move to 285 pounds. It'll be Hunter Wilson for Dickinson. For Mandan, Cordell Myers. So Myers for Mandan, Wilson for Dickinson. We're at 285 pounds. We still have 106 left to go here. Cordell Myers in his sophomore campaign finished 16-13. His opponent, Hunter Wilson, coming in 1-4 for the midgets of Dickinson. Again, we're at 285 pounds. We have 106 left to go. The score in the duel is 37-18. A pair of forfeits awarded to Mandan, Danik Vega and Adam Boehm, both picking up forfeits at 195 and 220 respectively. We're a minute into period number 1 here at 285 pounds. points awarded quite yet here. 40 seconds to go in the first period at 2:85 between Wilson and Myers. Tonight's duel on the BEK Broadcast Network presented by Farmers Union Insurance, North Dakota Firefighters Association, Dakota Community Bank and Trust, and BEK Communications Cooperative. Hockey tomorrow night, Williston and Mandan from the Starion Sports Complex. That one will get underway at 8 o'clock here on BEK Prime. Don't forget, on Saturday we'll also have more hockey for you. This time NAIA, I should say ACHA collegiate hockey between Jamestown and Minot. That one will get started at 8 o'clock. And then on Sunday, collegiate wrestling between Central Michigan and North Dakota State. That'll get set at 2 o'clock right here on BEK Prime. It was Cordell Myers' choice to start the second period. He deferred, and Hunter Wilson chose the down position to get set here in period number 2. And no change as we come off the mat, and we'll cycle our way back to the middle here. Just 17 seconds gone in period number 2. Wilson, the bigger of the two heavyweights here. On the bottom, Myers on top, trying to control the bottom man. 30 seconds gone in period number 2. One leg up here for Wilson on the bottom. Look to try to throw a roll in, and Myers did a good job to slide the arm out. Myers looking for a wing. He's got a wing. Got a wing here on the near side. Doesn't have the wrist on the far side, but he's got the wing. Now he's going for a double chicken wing here. He's got them both. Now he lost the far wing. Still got the wing on the near side, trying to bump his man over. The far leg will come up for Hunter Wilson. 45 seconds to go, and Myers just trying to win the battle of strength. Had a quick near fall. Now the near fall's coming. The Mandan bench to their feet. Myers trying to pick up the pin here over Hunter Wilson and give Mandan 6 more. 30 seconds to go. Wyatt Pollard staring right at it. There's the pin. Pin for Mandan. Kendall Myers. Pin will come in 3:37. 43-18. Mandan leads. 106 is left here from Mandan. 43-18 our score. And here we go at 106 pounds. For Dickinson, it'll be Henry Nelson. For Mandan, Ben Kleinknecht. So Kleinknecht and Nelson here at 106 pounds. The duels in favor of Mandan, 43-18. Both guys looking for a throw here. No points awarded there. Good scramble. 23 seconds into the first period. With this win, Mandan will move to 3-1 in dual action. And Mandan will drop to 0-1. Kleinknecht in on a single leg here. See if he can switch to a double. Trying to finish here. And a stalemate will be called, and we'll come back to the middle. Approaching the halfway point of period number 1. Big height difference here, probably 4 or 5 inches between Nelson and Kleinknecht. Nelson yet to wrestle a varsity match here this season. Russian tie here for Nelson. Kleinknecht trying to fight for hand control. 33 seconds to go here in the first period. Nelson trying to force the head away and slide around for two. He's got the back ankle locked. There's a 2-point takedown for Henry Nelson. So was looking for a cradle momentarily. Now he gives it up. 13 seconds to go. Guess next action for both these two squads will be at the Rapid City Invite this weekend. Nelson trying to return Kleinknecht back down to the mat with a run out of time here in period number one. Nelson leads 2-0 after one. Nelson's choice, he will defer. Kleinknecht will choose a down position to get set here in the second period. 2 minutes back on the scoreboard. Kleinknecht on bottom. He's set. Here comes Nelson on top. And we're underway here in the second period. Nelson looking for a cradle here, but he's going to run out of real estate. Now near fall coming. Going to have 3 near fall here, right in front of the Dickinson bench. Nelson trying to put Kleinknecht away. Cradle's still there. And 3 near fall for Nelson. Halfway gone here in the second period. Nelson looking for more back points here. Out of bounds, we'll come back to the middle with 44 seconds to go. Seconds to go here in the second period. Nelson still looking to put more points on the board here. Kleinknecht got hand control, caught one of the hands on the way by. Still 5-0 now. 10 seconds to go. And that's how period number 2 will come to an end. 5-0 in favor of Henry Nelson.
Nelson chooses the top position in the third period.
So Kleinknecht will choose a down position. Check that. Nelson will choose a top position. Gets set here in period number 3. To his feet, then quickly back to the mat comes Ben Kleinknecht. 20 seconds gone here in the final match of the night in period number 3. Once more to his feet is Kleinknecht, looking for a loss of control, but we're going to say none is there, so we'll come back to the middle. Still 5-0, 1:23 to go here in the third period between Nelson and Kleinknecht. Nelson looking for his first points, first win, I should say, of his varsity career here tonight against Mandan. Halfway gone here in the third period.
1 minute.
Under a minute to go here. Scores 43-18 in favor of Mandan, so they're going to win the duel. Nelson trying to send it away on a high point here for Dickinson. And Kleinknecht gives Nelson a little shove on the way up. So 1 point awarded for unsportsmanlike conduct to Henry Nelson.
Unsportsmanlike conduct against Klein Connect at 1 point for Nelson.
So Nelson gets 1 point via unsportsmanlike conduct. Klein Connect gave him a little shove on the way up. 45 seconds to go. Nelson locks up the cradle here. They'll try to bring him back onto the mat, and he will. Near fall coming here.
30 seconds.
And 30 seconds to go. Nelson's got that leg trapped. I don't think he can pin Klein Connect from here, but he's going to have 3 near fall no matter what. Now trying to force it away. You see that inside shoulder above the arm of Nelson. And it's going to end just like that. 3 more will make it 9-0 in favor of Nelson. And this duel will finish 43-22 in favor of Mandan. We'll take a step aside when we come back. We'll give you your People First Wrestler of the Duel and wrap this one up from Mandan. Your final score, Mandan 43, Dickinson 22. Back we come on the BEK Broadcast Network. Your final score 43-22. Let's go back and recap every match we had tonight. Going at 113, it was Devin Johnson with one over Topo. Warwick Morrell by pin at 139. At 120, Brendan Johnson gets the pin over top of Trevor Yeoman, and there you see Devin Johnson with that pin at 139. He is tonight's Choice Financial People First Wrestler of the Duel. Choice Financial believes supporting local athletics is part of bettering the place we live and supporting a healthy community. People First, the heartbeat of the organization. To find out what that means, stop at a location near you or visit them online at choicefinancialgroup.com. Devin Johnson, our Choice Financial Wrestler of the Duel. Other matches at 120, Brendan Johnson of Dickinson getting the pin in 245. At 126, Will Kleinknecht gets the 6-4 decision over top of Jaron Berger. At 132, Ethan Fleck gets the 4-3 decision over top of Colton Hafey. At 138, Seth Berger Mandan loses to Jackson Torgerson of Dickinson by a decision 8-4. At 145, it was a 13-5 decision of Colton Reisenauer over Troy Berg. At 152, and Isaac Berger gets the win by forfeit. At 160, it was Caleb Usher getting the 6-3 decision over top of Dylan Fleck. At 170, Tanner Jarrett gets the pin in 327 over Isaac Watson. At 182, Jacob Boehm with the 8-2 decision over top of Cameron Clark. And 285 pounds rather, Cordell Myers gets the pin over Hunter Wilson at 3 minutes and 37 seconds. And at 106, Ben Kleinknecht wraps up our duel with the win over top of Henry Nelson by a score of, Henry Nelson gets the win over top of Ben Kleinknecht, I apologize, by a score of 10-0, making your final score in the duel 43-22. Don't forget, coming up tomorrow night, we have ourselves a good hockey match coming your way. Williston High and Mandan High from the Sargent Sports Complex. That one at 8 o'clock on Saturday night. We'll have more hockey for you. ACHA hockey between University of Jamestown and Minot State. And then on Sunday, Central Michigan at North Dakota State. That one in college wrestling right here on the BEK Broadcast Network. For my staff here on site, Dylan Steinelson and Brent Borkus, and the guys back in the studio at the campus, University of Mary, Mr. Jesse Schwab, and the guy pushing the ones and twos, Mr. Jarrett Calvert. For my entire crew here at the BEK Broadcast Network, I'm Jordan Hasser saying goodbye and good night from Mandan, North Dakota. It's a final score, Mandan 43, Dickinson 22. We'll see you tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Class A high school hockey between Williston and Mandan. Until tomorrow night at 8 o'clock from the Starian Sports Complex in Mandan. So long, everyone.